Coming to you from Manchester, you're watching New Hampshire's #1 source for news. Next.
State health officials confirm the West Nile virus has been found in 2 dead crows. What's being done to prevent the potentially deadly disease from spreading? The state's highest court rejects an appeal in the case of one of the teenage Dartmouth murder suspects. And court documents reveal first-hand accounts of how the oil tanker Virgo might be involved with a fatal fishing boat accident off the Bay State coast.
Live from the WMUR Broadcast Center. This is New Hampshire's WMUR News 9 this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, August 18th, 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us for News 9 this morning. We will have a look at the morning's headlines in just a moment. But first, Josh Judge has a look at today's weather forecast. I have a wedding.
Oh, you do?
At 3:30.
Okay.
In Portsmouth.
I think it's going to be pretty
Outdoors.
good. It's going to be good.
Oh, good. Great.
You're going to have a good time. It's going to be nice. So we had that really soupy humidity out there yesterday. Gone today. 2 points going down. Here's a look at the radar from overnight. Last about 18 hours worth. There's the moisture that went through last night. Scattered showers and even a thunderstorm or two. But as you can see, clearing through the day today. And you can see that spinning in the upper atmosphere there just north of New Hampshire and Vermont and southern Canada. That's all going past us. Temperatures around the region right now basically in the 60s just about everywhere in the state. The dew point is in pretty good shape here as it is falling into the 60s, and that's kind of where it'll stay throughout the day today, right around 60 or the upper 50s, lower 60s, which is fairly comfortable. It's still a tad humid, but fairly comfortable. And then for today, we're looking at a pretty nice forecast as the sun will be shining. We start out with more sun in the morning and then partly sunny by afternoon. Less humid, upper 70s, lower 80s.
Sounds good to me.
You'll enjoy that wedding.
Yes, thank you very much, Josh. Manchester police are investigating an attempted armed robbery. Police say a 15 to 16-year-old teenager tried to rob the Four Seasons Market on Lake Avenue late last night, but was scared off by one of the store's owners. Police say the suspect may have been armed with a handgun. He was last seen wearing a white tank top and an animal mask. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Manchester Police at 668-8711, extension 352. Nearly 1 year after health officials found the first infected bird in the Granite State, 2 more crows have tested positive for the West Nile virus. This is the first time the potentially deadly disease has surfaced in the state this season. And while no human cases have been found here in New Hampshire, surveillance efforts are intensifying in the areas where the infected birds were found. WMUR's Sean McDonald has more.
Mosquito traps like these are the response to news the West Nile virus has reached New Hampshire for the first time this summer. Health officials found 2 dead crows infected with the disease, one found in Salem, the other in Rollinsford. Now officials are setting out traps there to find out where the birds got sick.
We're going to find out whether the birds flew in and just kind of landed in these towns with the virus, or whether they got infected in the area.
This summer alone, the health department has tested thousands of mosquitoes, but so far none have been found positive, which is good news because only the mosquito can transmit the disease to humans. The infected birds are the first to be found positive this summer out of 371 tested. This latest discovery puts New Hampshire on a list with 16 other states that have found the West Nile virus this summer, including Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
There is a lot of mosquitoes.
Residents at this Salem retirement community say the news of West Nile in the area is cause for concern. Older adults are most susceptible to the disease.
I don't want to get bit by a mosquito now after hearing that.
It's in the crows, but they have not found it in mosquitoes. So I felt good about that.
Officials say the risk of anyone actually getting sick is still low, but add taking tips like covering up at night and using bug spray are suggested precautions because the scope of the disease is still not known.
We believe that this is the first notification this year, and we fully anticipate that there will be additional birds that we find with West Nile virus.
I'm Sean McDonald, WMUR News 9.
A close encounter for some tourists in Lincoln is prompting new warnings about bear safety. An 11-year-old boy from Maine and a man from New York City were apparently injured while watching a black bear near the Flume with a group of tourists on Thursday. The bear was wandering through the park looking for food in trash cans, and it reportedly approached the group and scratched the man and the boy. They were both treated at a local hospital for minor injuries. The bear is now being tested for rabies. The state's highest court will not hear the appeal of one of the teenage Dartmouth murder suspects. The state Supreme Court denied the request by a lawyer for 18-year-old Robert Tulloch yesterday. Tulloch's lawyer was attempting to reverse a lower court order which forces the teenager to submit blood, hair, and handwriting samples to prosecutors. Tulloch and 17-year-old James Parker of Chelsea, Vermont, are charged with murdering Dartmouth professors Hoff and Susanna Zantop last January. A Bay State man has been sentenced to life in prison for shooting a convenience store clerk from Nashua. 19-year-old Vincent Rivera was convicted of shooting 19-year-old Aladdin Al-Taher at Aladdin's Deli and Variety store in Lowell. Prosecutors say Rivera was one of 3 people attempting to rob the convenience store last October. Alleged accomplices, 17-year-old Fabian Deza of Haverhill and 22-year-old Terry Simbliss of Seabrook, New Hampshire, are still waiting to go on trial. A former Bay State church worker who admitted to molesting 75 children will spend the next several decades behind bars. A Massachusetts judge sentenced 29-year-old Christopher Reardon to a minimum of 40 years in the state prison yesterday. Prosecutors had hoped for a longer sentence. Reardon pled guilty last month to 75 of the 130 counts against him, including child rape and assault and battery on a child. Nearly 3 dozen relatives of the victims attended yesterday's sentencing. New details have been released in the investigation of a fatal fishing boat accident. The newly released court documents give first-hand accounts of the collision between the fishing trawler Starbound and the oil tanker Virgo. WMUR's Andy Hirschberger has more.
Federal court affidavits detail the charges against a Russian tanker captain and his crew the morning they allegedly crushed a fishing vessel off the coast of Massachusetts earlier this month. The documents say after the Russian ship Virgo hit the fishing boat Starbound, that the Starbound was then dragged along the hull of the other vessel. The Starbound's captain, Joseph Marcantonio, was awakened by the watch and saw the water rushing in. He says from the time the watch saw the Virgo to the time the Starbound sank, less than 1 minute passed. Captain Marcantonio is the only survivor from his ship. 3 other crew members died in the collision. During the course of the investigation, officials noticed some irregularities in the Virgo's log. Court records note that entries around the time of the collision were not of the same character, detail, or quality of surrounding entries. These court documents also say that the Virgo was traveling too fast for the weather conditions and didn't have a watch posted in the proper area. It concludes the crash was a result of gross negligence on the part of the crew on duty and the master of the ship. I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
More troubles for some workers at the struggling paper mills in northern New Hampshire. Several people who work at Pulp and Paper of America were unable to cash their paychecks this week. A local bank that cashes checks has been waiting for money transfers from the mills before the bank can cover the checks. This week, that transfer apparently never went through. PPA reportedly had money to cover some of the checks that workers cashed yesterday morning, but many trying to cash their checks in the afternoon did not get their money. The time is now 7:08. Coming up on News 9 this morning, as back-to-school shopping gets into full swing, some of the year's trendy clothes may raise a few eyebrows. But are you buying questionable clothes for your youngster heading back to class? And Josh Judge will have a full look at our weekend forecast.
You're watching News 9 this morning.
Barron's Major Brands, the stores that service build. Visit one of our 4 locations today.
Barron's Major Brands, the stores that service built.
Hey, where's Mel working now? Hey, there's Mel on our NASCAR go-kart track chasing Patty. Tee off at Mel's, 5 miles south off of Exit 2 on Route 293.
For more than 25 years, Plymouth State College has brought its accredited master's degree in business administration program to locations convenient for working professionals who desire to earn an MBA and to advance in their careers. This year, 4 new certificate programs are being added: the human side of enterprise, organizational communications, criminal justice, and small business and entrepreneurship. Each one can be a stepping stone to an MBA. Plymouth State College, where a Master of Business Administration is not something you get, but someone you become. 1-800-4GRAD.
The longest-lasting full-size pickup on the road now comes with an incredible short-term offer. Get up to $5,000 in finance savings on Dodge Ram or $2,000 cash allowance, plus factory-to-dealer incentives that could save you even more. See, compare, drive, Dodge during the Team Dodge sales event.
For over 50 years, the Brochu family has been growing to meet the landscaping needs of New Hampshire. If it's a new construction or just sprucing up your property, you'll find the tree or shrub you need. 3 generations of the Brochu family and the knowledgeable staff at Brochu Nurseries can help you install the landscape of your dreams. Come on in and look at our extensive selection of trees and shrubs for your yard or business.
Let our family at Brochu Nurseries help you find the perfect tree or shrub for your landscaping needs.
Brochu Nurseries, 121 Commercial Street, Concord. Funding for closed captioning of this newscast provided by Toyota of Nashua, New Hampshire's #1 selling Toyota dealer.
Well, good morning and welcome back on a Saturday. 7-11, 66 degrees, some sunshine at Hampton Beach, and already some folks out there beginning to enjoy the water. That looks like fun. It's going to be a good day for it, too, as it's going to be very comfortable out there. First, I thought we'd take a quick look at the tropics as we put this in motion. We do have Tropical Storm Chantel. It was a tropical storm, and then yesterday morning it was downgraded to a tropical depression, and then yesterday afternoon late back to a tropical storm, and expected late today or probably tomorrow. Forecasters are saying it's got a good chance of becoming a hurricane. They've got a hurricane warning up for Jamaica, and there is Jamaica right there, just about to get whacked dead on. Of course, it looks like it'll graze Cuba, and it's right on the way. They have hurricane and tropical storm warnings in effect for the Cayman Islands as well. If you plot these things, here are the information. Here's the information for you. 60-mile-an-hour sustained winds moving west at 23 miles per hour. As for the rest of us, here's what happened for us overnight. The clouds and showers moved through. We had some thunder and lightning in a few spots. Good downpours. Quick amounts of half-inch and better of rain in some spots that moved through. But as you can see, it is now clearing, and we're looking for a pretty nice day today. Current dew points out there are right around 60 and the upper 50s, lower 60s. That's getting much more close to the comfortable range. Right now, the temperatures in the North Country in the low 60s, but by afternoon, I expect you to be in the upper 70s to low 80s. A cloudy start in the North Country in some areas, but becoming partly sunny just about everywhere. In the south sections and central sections of the state, here we are again, mid and upper 60s right now, and by afternoon, partly to mostly sunny skies. A very pleasant day today. Temperatures will be in the low 80s just about everywhere. And as we take a look at the nation, you can see there is some activity here in the Central Plains headed toward the Midwest. That will be our next moisture that comes around late tomorrow and probably overnight and into Monday. But for today, we are in the sunshine, and it's going to be a pretty nice one. So the forecast for today, partly to mostly sunny skies, less humid, a few afternoon clouds. And yes, if you're in the North Country, you may see a few extra clouds around. They will be clearing. 75 to the north, and central and southern locations mid and low to mid 80s. For tonight, looking for partly cloudy skies, some patchy fog developing. And tomorrow, we start out sunny, but the clouds move in from west to east, and maybe some late showers either tomorrow afternoon or into the evening. And Monday looks like some rain, maybe a couple of scattered showers on Tuesday before a clear week, midweek.
Looks like a pretty good week.
It does, yes.
All right, Josh, thanks very much. Still ahead on News 9 this morning, as you prepare for the start of another school year, a trip to the mall is likely in the near future. But are this year's hip back-to-school clothes making your kids look too grown up? And in sports, the Red Sox took the field against the O's in Beantown, but could they pull off a win for their new manager? Charlie Sherman will have the highlights coming up.
It's the best time to buy or lease a new Toyota from Toyota of Nashua Truck Center. Like this 2001 Tundra Access Cab. Buy for $18,989 or lease for $279. Just sign and drive. Only at Toyota of Nashua Truck Center.
The itsy bitsy spider crawled up this water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain.
No matter how bad it gets, there are some people you can always count on. Public Service of New Hampshire, supporting your life in every moment.
Camelot Homes, New England's largest home dealer, has this question for you. Why pay more? Camelot Homes has the new era two-story finished colonial for the unbelievable price of $69,995. You heard right. A finished two-story with 4 bedrooms and 2 baths for $69,995. Camelot Homes offers many exciting models with capes starting as low as $39,995. Camelot Homes is open 7 days a week with professional home consultants to assist you in selecting your perfect home. So if you've been searching for the best prices in New England, get to Camelot Homes, where more is less.
Buy one pair, get the second pair at half price right now at Mort's and BB Shoe Stores. It's big savings on men's and women's athletic footwear. Buy one pair, get the second pair at half price. Choose from all the best brands: Nike, Reebok, New Balance, Avia, Adidas, Vans, and Skechers. In fact, buy any pair of men's or women's athletic shoes, get a second pair for half price. It's the best deal going, and it's here for back to school right now at all Mort's and BB Shoe Stores.
The Shoe Store Superstore.
Do you love your job, and does it love you? My Bob's Discount Furniture is growing like gangbusters, and I need people with a passion for success. I need salespeople and office staff to work in my beautiful new stores. Come feel the passion.
Watch Close Up this week, and this is what you'll see.
That maybe this primary will not skew so much to the right that the governor starts off with the middle to herself.
Just a couple quick comments on that. I think that an observation that Tom made, I think, is accurate in that Bob Smith and John Sununu are equally conservative, right-wing.
Where do you find New Hampshire's political pulse? On Close Up, Sundays at 11:30 on WMUR-TV.
Welcome back, everyone. Blue skies. It's just a few clouds in Manchester this morning. It's 67 degrees. Josh Judge says a lot of sun today, less humid. We'll have a closer look at his forecast a little later on News 9 this morning. It is that time of year again, and as your kids get ready to return to school, a trip to the mall for the year's trendy clothing will likely be your routine. But shopping this year could be a challenge for parents of young girls. WMUR's Karen Anderson has more on what girls want and the impact of the popular seductive styles.
It's the style young girls see on their favorite stars.
I think it looks cool to show your belly.
And now it's in the stores, making some of this year's back-to-school clothing more revealing than ever before.
They want to wear the clothes, and they're out there.
Who's driving the demand? The designers, the kids, or both? These 11-year-olds say girls want to wear revealing clothes for attention.
They're trying to, like, maybe get boyfriends or trying to get popular, but really it just makes them look more stupid.
Child psychologist Dr. Robert Walrath wishes more girls would share that view.
Well, I'm concerned about it because kids are growing up too fast as it is.
Dr. Walrath says every generation has rebelled in its own way, but he believes the provocative clothing in stores now can have a destructive impact on young girls.
If you're dressing as if you're older, people treat you as if you're older. Some more provocative, revealing clothing may tend to sexualize kids in a way that's very inappropriate, and it's very confusing for kids.
Most schools in the state have some sort of dress code, but educators say their rules can only go so far.
Experts say it's the parents' responsibility to set limits. Usually they're the ones buying the clothing, and if they don't spend the money, companies won't market the styles.
Dr. Walrath says parents should talk talk about fashion with their kids and other parents to help young girls develop a style that suits their age. In Manchester, Karen Anderson, WMUR News 9.
Coming up in sports, many Patriots fans feel like he never had a chance to prove himself. Now Michael Bishop is no longer on the roster. Charlie Sherman has all the details. And what's the weather looking like for the rest of the weekend? Josh Judge will take a look.
For the biggest excitement and jackpots that keep on rolling, play New Hampshire Powerball. Think big, really big.
Whether you're young or just young at heart, breaking free from debt can affect us all. That's why Consumer Credit Counseling is committed to giving you the best debt-free counseling available. At Consumer Credit Counseling, we'll help you avoid bankruptcy by lowering your bills into one monthly payment, stopping the collection calls, and getting you back on the road to debt-free life. For immediate assistance, call Consumer Credit Counseling Service today for a free in-person or telephone consultation.
Why do I trust Meineke? I believe in the quality of the parts and service, and the people who stand behind them. My family is too important to trust just anybody.
At Meineke, you'll get a lot, but you won't pay a lot.
With all their years of experience, the pros at Meineke really know their brakes. They take care of what's important under your car, so you can take care of what's important inside it.
At Meineke, you'll get a lot, but you won't pay a lot.
Hi, I'm Bob Brennan, owner of State Line Auto Auction, here to tell you why thousands of people from all over Maine and New Hampshire come here to buy their vehicles. Between myself and my staff, we're here to help you buy a vehicle. We wear jeans and sneakers, and we take the BS right out of it. I go to an auction every Wednesday with over 5,000 vehicles. I buy as many late model, low mileage vehicles as I can. If I don't have it, I'll go back next week and buy you another. And remember, we're just regular guys selling a good quality vehicle at a great price.
It always pays to buy direct at State Line Auto Auction.
Golfers. Come in any Monday through Friday when two players golf for only $37 a person with power card included at Pheasant Ridge Golf Club in Guilford, New Hampshire.
Get ready for the 3rd annual Reach the Beach Relay, America's longest distance adventure running relay race. Reach the Beach will feature more than 24 hours and 200 miles of nonstop running through the main streets and back roads of New Hampshire, from Bretton Woods Ski Resort to Hampton Beach State Park. The relay format suits runners of all abilities. Partial proceeds benefit the New Hampshire State Parks and community organizations along the route. If you'd like to run and have a sense of adventure, then join us. WMUR-TV, ABC 9, your community connection.
Now, Charlie Sherman with WMUR News 9 Sports.
Hi, everyone. Red Sox manager Joe Carrigan, the newest manager of the Red Sox, tasted defeat for the first time last night in a long, soggy, cold, chilly game against the Orioles down at Fenway Park. Picked this one up early. A good start for Baltimore. Melvin Morris singles to left field. That scores Brooke Fordyce. And very quickly, Tim Wakefield and the Red Sox are down 3-0. Boston comes back. A monster shot. This one over the Coke bottles by Doug Mirabelli. 5th of the year. It's cut to 3-1. Then Manny Ramirez with a single past the shortstop. That scores Trot Nixon. Sox coming back. Cut it to 3-2. More from Brooke Fordyce. He takes Tim Wakefield over the Green Monster for his 5th home run, and it's back to a 2-run lead, 4-2. But Mirabelli would go to work again. Red Sox catcher would pick up another run batted in, singling to right field. That scores Mike Lansing. Sox would be down 6-3. Carl Everett would steal third, and then on a wild throw, he would get right up and score to cut it to 6-4. Then a rain delay of over an hour and 40 minutes. When they resumed play, it got ugly for the Red Sox. Once again, the bullpen not coming through. The Sox lose it 11-5 to the Orioles. As for the Yankees, there's Chris Rock. He was watching the Yanks take on the Seattle Mariners. First inning, Derek Jeter doesn't waste any time. He hits a solo home run, his 16th of the year, put the Yankees up right away. They went from there. Shane Spencer hit a home run. Alfonso Soriano had a home run. Yanks blanked the Mariners 4-0. They now lead the Red Sox by 6 games in the American League East. Nashua Pride and the Long Island Ducks. It was free T-shirt night, and the kids got some nice Pride T-shirts. Top of the first inning, the Ducks' Doug Jennings sends one to right field. It short hops over the wall. Justin Davies scores 1-0 lead for the Ducks.
The Pride outfielders running down some fly balls all night. Pat Howell, then Jimmy Hurst making some nice catches. Good defense. Bottom of the fourth, DJ Boston's had a hot bat since rejoining the team from Mexico. He gets his 5th of the season. This one would be tied in the bottom of the 9th inning, but then Mike Rutherford, with the bases loaded, would throw a wild pitch. Kim Batiste would score for the Pride, and the Pride win it in the bottom of the 9th, 5-4 over the Ducks. Same two teams go at it again tonight. The annual Manchester Soccer Jamboree kicked off yesterday afternoon at Gill Stadium with the boys' action. The girls will start their tournament or their Jamboree tomorrow. Litchfield's Campbell High School, you're seeing right there, playing against the Derryfield School. They're beginning their first ever varsity season. Also taking the field in this Jamboree, Trinity played, Central, Bishop Girton, Memorial, Merrimack West, and Londonderry all taking part. Local favorite Ricky Craven in his Tide Ford will be on the pole. This is Jerry Nadeau hitting the wall, having some problems in his number 25 Chevy Monte Carlo. There's the 32 Tide car, last car to qualify for the Pepsi 400, and it was a good lap. Craven pushes Bill Elliott off the pole. Ricky Craven will be on the pole Sunday. Ricky Rudd will start 3rd. Bill Elliott is 2nd. Jeff Gordon, the points leader, will start from the 13th spot. Preseason football in St. Louis. The Rams taking on the Titans. Keep your eyes here on number 63 in blue. That is Nashua's Coley I.E., former Nashua High Purple Panther, making the tackle of Jason Matthews. The Titans win it 23-10. Many Patriots fans feel that Michael Bishop never got a fair chance to show what he could do. Well, now he's going to have to show somewhere else, as the 25-year-old quarterback was waived yesterday by the Pats. Bishop was drafted in the 7th round in 1999 out of Kansas State. He played in 8 games, completed just 3 of 9 passes, also had a touchdown. This spring he was allocated to the Frankfurt Galaxy of NFL Europe. Meanwhile, tonight in Charlotte, Robert Edwards hopes to take a big step in his comeback attempt. He expects to see some action on the field against the Panthers. Edwards has been slowed by a groin injury. He didn't practice on Thursday. Coach Bill Belichick says the chances of Edwards coming back are less than 50%. You'll be able to see Edwards and the rest of the Patriots tonight right here on WMUR-TV preseason game number 2. It comes to you from Carolina, starting with kickoff at 8 o'clock. Well, last week, WMUR's Jamie Staten showed some of the changes high school football fans can expect when the season opens in a couple of weeks. 2 of those changes were in new stadiums in Nashua and Manchester, but now it appears neither Stello Stadium or the new West High facility will be ready for their season openers. A decision on Stello Stadium is due Monday, where the field and stands are ready, but toilets need to be installed and fences need to be put up. West High's home opener, originally set for August 31st, has been moved to Gill Stadium as the stands won't be ready. It looks like the first football game there will be September 21st. Don't forget, our first Friday night football report will come your way on August 31st in just 2 weeks. And the PGA Championships, David Toms has moved into a tie for the lead in the second round. He is even with Shinga Katayama, who shot a 4-under par 64. Phil Mickelson is 1 shot behind the leaders. And if you were looking for a good time and want to help raise some money for a great cause, Special Olympics of New Hampshire having their 100 Holes of Golf Marathon September 9th through 11th at the Christmas Farm Inn is where you'll spend 2 nights. Wonderful meals included. You'll play your 100 holes of golf at the Wentworth Golf Club. Some great prizes and awards. It should be a wonderful time. There are still some openings. And if you'd like to take part, I'll be up there myself, not playing the 100 holes of golf because I would rather put thumb screws in on my thumbs. But anyway, 1-800-639-2608, extension 26 for more information on the Special Olympics 100 Holes of Golf Marathon. That is your look at sports for now.
All right, Charlie, thanks. Coming up in our next half hour, new details have been released regarding the fatal sinking of a Bay State fishing boat earlier this month. And the potentially deadly West Nile virus has been discovered once again here in the Granite State. Josh Judge has details on our weekend forecast.
It's the best time to buy or lease a new Toyota from Toyota of Nashua Truck Center. Like this 2001 Toyota Tacoma 4x4, just $15,389 on lease for $219. Just sign and drive, only at Toyota of Nashua Truck Center.
Get one-time only grand opening specials today, only at Sleep Quarters Grand Opening Sale. Sale price is good at all locations.
Everybody just needs their space. They need to be able to get away. They need to have somewhere in their own home they can feel comfortable. And this is where I feel comfortable.
I really like outside. I mean, this is beautiful. You can look at the trees, look at the woods. It's all calm, and it just helps be serene.
Every day we can pretend like we're on vacation. When on vacation, you have 2 weeks, it's over. Here, we're vacation every day.
At a fraction of the cost of adding a standard room, a Better Living patio room truly is the affordable way to expand the size and enjoyment of your home. It creates the perfect place for entertaining, dining, or just relaxing. And it does it without all the time, hassles, and mess of standard construction. Because in less than a week, a Better Living patio room transforms your old deck or patio into a beautiful new room that lets you enjoy the outdoors all season long, regardless of weather.
Outside on the deck, I would have to worry about the mosquitoes and the bugs and my papers flying everywhere or whatever. But sitting here, I don't have to worry about that. I can still be outside, but inside.
I saw your commercial on TV, and I said, that's what I need. I could be outside and still be undercover without the sun and the bugs. And if it's raining, I could still enjoy this room instead of having just an open deck.
Call for this free information right now and see just how Better Living lets you custom design the room that perfectly fits your needs and budget. With the information, you'll also receive a special limited time savings offer, which could save you hundreds of dollars. Call for this free information right now and see for yourself why more and more families are making a Better Living patio room their favorite room in the house.
This would be definitely a room that I would have on to another house. If I sold this one and moved somewhere else, I would put another room like this on it.
We wouldn't wait a year, though. We would put it on immediately.
And if I bought another house, I would add another one of these rooms. I love this room. It adds better living to your life.